everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is A Goddess Love. The God in me salutes the God in you. Welcome to A Goddess Love's Abundant Living, and I am your Abundant Living coach. All right, so today's video is Q&A. Now, I got a few questions that came in from email, and I have my girlfriend here. She don't want to be on camera, but she's going to read the questions to me, and I'm going to answer them. We chose these because they were, I guess, important topics that people wanted me to kind of talk about. So let's go right into it. But before we begin, let's open up in prayer. Infinite Spirit, we give you all the praise, thanks, glory, and honor. Speak through me today and let your perfect will be done. Bless everyone that is listening to the sound of my voice with health, wealth, love, joy, happiness, and success. And so it is. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, what's the first question?
The first question is, what's your take on the world we live in today?
My take on the world we live in today. Well, let's see. This is how I look at it. All right. I believe, which a lot of people believe, that the system is broken, right? Okay. So I look at it like this. From the time that babies are born, all right, I think that we're doing everything kind of ass backwards. And what I mean by that is, now just kind of think about it. Just bear with me a little bit and think about it, okay? So the way babies are born, you have the mothers in the hospital bed, and they have their legs up and they're laid back and they're pushing, right? Well, that's improper way to give birth. So gravity pulls everything down. So in Africa, years ago I heard my pastor say that the women in Africa, when they have babies, they're not having any labor pains, and they're not going through all of the childbirth issues that the women in the western part of the world go through, because they do it different. So what they typically do is they just kind of, I don't know exactly, but from some of the research that I've done, they stand, okay, and they squat and they give birth like this. And I'm sure you probably can't see, but you kind of get what I'm saying. So they squat and they give birth, okay? Now remember, gravity pulls everything down, and when you're pushing, you should be pushing down, not like this. So number one, the way we're having babies is wrong, I feel. Number two, the babies are supposed to drink the milk from the mother's breast, right? But we have, Similac and all these other different milks and things like that. And it's not proper nutrition for the baby, all right? So we have a lot of people out there that's not breastfeeding. Everybody knows that breastfeeding is the best nutrition for the baby, okay? So you have all these outside, what do you call it? Outside influences with the milk and things like that. And then I've heard, over the years, don't give baby waters. Well, we're made up of like 70% water, so why not give the babies water? When I was having my babies, we gave the babies water, okay? But now, today, they're saying don't give babies water, and I think it's crazy, but I give my grandkids water. But anyway, and I'm talking about from the time of birth till about 3 months, they're saying don't give the babies water. But anyway, so I feel like we're all born into this system, this matrix, right? And everybody's pretty much kind of doing the same thing, okay? And so from the time that, like I said, a baby is born, how the baby is born. Oh, let me go back a little bit. So when the mother pushed the baby out, okay, and I'm gonna call it the unnatural way, when her legs up like this and she's pushing the baby this way, the first thing they do is cut the umbilical cord when the baby comes out. And that baby needs to stay attached to that umbilical cord for a while so they can continue to absorb all the nutrients and everything. But that's the first thing that they do. They have the fathers go in and cut off the supply from the umbilical cord. And I believe that that's wrong. Now, these are facts. You guys can look them up. Please do. But this is my opinion. It's facts too, but it's still my opinion, okay? So let's move forward. So how the babies are born, the umbilical cords being cut, the formula that the babies are drinking and not, pure breast milk and water. Then we go to like, it's time for the children to go to school, right? And so all the children have to get, shots and everything. And, my take is why God created our bodies to be perfect, whole, and complete. So why do we need a foreign substance inside our bodies to help us to not get sick? Well, we're already healthy and babies are already healthy. So like if they come here, let me back up a little bit because they get their first shots. How old?
From the womb.
Their first shots, like a month?
From the womb.
From the womb, okay. So they're getting shots like really, really early. Why do they need that poison inside of their bodies? And they just got here. So think about it. So what I want you guys to do is research the immunizations that they're giving these children. Now, my children, I did have some, what do you call it?
Immunization.
I did give them shots when they were babies, okay? But then when I learned better, I did better. And then I cut it off. Now my grandkids, we don't go through any of that, all right? And they are just as healthy. Now, I know people out there probably saying, that's ridiculous and this, that, and the third. That's your opinion. This is my opinion. You do what works for you, and I'm gonna continue to do what works for me, okay? So what I'm doing is sharing with you what I do, my journey in life, okay? And how we have been blessed along this journey without any of my children having sicknesses or diseases or anything like that, okay? So now, let me continue. So, they're giving these babies these shots, and then these school-age children, they're getting these shots, and then, you grow up and, you're kind of 10 years old. Now, let me remind you that when a baby is born, they're born with 10 pounds of their mother's shit, and then like 10 pounds of their father's shit, and then by the time they reach 15 years old, they got their own stuff that they have to deal with, okay? So now by the time they're 20, they got 30 pounds of stuff on them, in them, okay? And if you don't teach these children how to properly release stuff, okay, that they may have internalized along their journeys along the way, if you're not teaching them how to release this stuff, they're gonna grow up, be angry, depressed, have all kind of, different issues or whatever, okay? So what else? Now, what was the question again?
What's your take on the world we live in today?
All right, so I think, again, I believe we're all born in this matrix, and there's nothing we can do about it. We were all victims of this, okay? And so I believe that at some point, I believe right now, 2020 representing the year of the veil being removed from your eyes. I believe this is the year of 2020 vision, where God has just been revealing so much stuff. Like, we're finding out so much stuff that we didn't know in 2019 or years past. We didn't know. I'm getting so much information this year. It's just the unveiling of everything, and it's absolutely beautiful. But here's the thing, you guys, so many people on the planet is waking up. And so this message is to help wake individuals up, like just kind of shake you, like just kind of think about it, everything that we're doing. Like, look at your life and your way of living and ask yourself, is this right? Is this God-like? Like, think about it. Why do the babies need to have shots? Now, I know, again, some people say, well, to keep them from getting different diseases and all that kind of stuff, but do the research, please. Do the research, okay? They got this COVID shot coming out pretty soon, the vaccination. And if you don't know what COVID stands for, it's Certificate of Vaccination ID. And they're trying to put the chip in there and, give everybody that shot. I think it's a part of control, but hey, whatever, to each its own. So again, like I said, I feel like we were born in this matrix. We didn't have any say so, at the time. But now when you know better, you do better. And so I am just inviting you guys to just kind of do your research and pay attention. Open your eyes. Like, pay attention to what's going on around you. Now think about it. Everybody is doing the same thing. Like, we're all going in a circle like this. Like, everybody's doing the same thing. You go to work Monday through Friday. You run errands on Saturdays. You go to church on Sundays. Like, you send your children to school. You get them shots. Everybody's doing the same stuff. Like we're freaking robots, okay? So I am just, again, inviting you guys, think about it. Like, wake up. The way that they have created the system to be is not working for us. It does not work. Now, I know a lot of people is comfortable in the matrix. I call it the matrix. And a lot of people will probably look at this video and say, you know what, she's crazy, whatever. But all I'm saying is, now, again, this is my experience. And the only thing I want you to do is do your research on everything. Research the shots that they give the children, okay? See what's in them. Like, why do you need, spider eggs and all this just creepy kind of stuff that they have in these shots for these kids? Why do they need that? Like, seriously, look it up, you guys, and just be mindful. Now, I was having this conversation with my children the other day, and they were saying, well, Mom, what are we going to do? We try to live different or do things different. Now, there are a lot of people out there that's waking up and they're living their lives different and they're doing different. And it's a wonderful thing. And so I'm telling them, don't be afraid to be different. Like, at some point when you start to wake up, like, you're gonna lose family members, you're gonna lose friends, you're gonna lose all these people because they're still asleep. They're still asleep, so there's no way that you can vibrationally mix, okay? Because you're woke and they're sleeping, it just don't work. And so I remember telling somebody about a dream I had about a flood coming, and I was trying to save a lot of people, but a lot of people I couldn't save. And that's just like in my everyday life. I'm walking around trying to wake people up as far as like the food that we're consuming and the water we're drinking, the air that we're breathing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe it's so toxic, okay? And it's a lot of poison in the food. And I need you guys to, look up the food, like, pay attention to what you're eating. Pay attention to the kind of water that you're drinking. Like, pay attention. Like, everything that these people are doing is not for your highest good. Like, it's not. A lot now, back in the day, maybe 100 years ago, I don't know, maybe I'm sure the food was different back then, okay? But in today's time, everything is about money. And so a lot of these corporations don't care about your health or your well-being. And so you have to take matters into your own hands. And I would suggest that people start growing their own food. At least you know what you're getting. Make sure it's non-GMO. Make sure that it's organic. Now, it can say organic, but it can still be GMO. So, you guys, the best thing to do is grow your own food. Now, I became vegan years ago, and it has been very beneficial to myself and my family. But what was I going to say? I would invite you to give it a try. Now, we do have the 40-day vegan challenge going on right now, and I would just invite you to give it a try. Hey, if you don't have to take your high blood pressure medication anymore after the challenge, if you got rid of diabetes or cancer or anything like that just from trying the challenge, then it was very beneficial to you, okay? So there's nothing to lose but everything to gain, you guys. So now back to the system that we were born in. You guys, we have to stop shopping, blind, and we have to stop trusting all these people that's making this food, and I mean just everything. Look at your toothpaste, your soap, read the ingredients, okay? I can understand how a person from the time they are babies to the time they're 40, I can understand how the body starts to break down. Look at all the chemicals that you're putting in your body over like 40 years. And here's the thing, they know that it takes about 40 years for the body to start breaking down. And so I remember being in Chicago, I went to visit, and myself, my cousin, and my two friends, we were on the front porch. And I think I was about 38 at the time, and they all had hit like 40, and were like 40, 41, somewhere around there. And they were comparing their blood pressure medication, they were comparing anxiety medication, and I'm sitting back like, wow. First off, when did we get this age, number one? And then second, like, they're only 40, and stuff started to break down in their bodies, and I'm just thinking like, wow. But I remember reading years ago a book called The Gold Dot, and they said it takes about 40 years of poor nutrition and just all the chemicals that's in everything. It takes about that long for the body to start breaking down. Now, sometimes it may take, it may happen sooner, okay? You guys, the purpose of this video is to do your research, please. Your food, your soap, everything. Your skin is the biggest organ, okay? And I heard a doctor say one time, he said, if you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin. And I'm like, wow, that's interesting. Now I was just a vegetarian at the time. And then that really resonated with me. And he was saying your skin is the biggest organ, and if you can't eat it, don't put it on there. And so I thought about it. I'm like, all this lotion, and because I would go to Victoria's Secret and Dillard's and buy all this perfume and all this stuff, and I'm thinking, wow, my God, all the toxins in this stuff, and then it alters our moods. Okay, all the chemicals and the toxins and everything inside of this stuff, it alters your moods. And so I have noticed a change within myself. All I use is coconut oil. I get out the shower and I just oil up coconut oil, or my sister, she make oils and things, and she'll make me something, what is it, shea butter, coconut oil, all kinds of oils, and I'll use that like every day. That's all that I use. So research what you're putting on your skin, research your toothpaste, okay? Make sure it doesn't have the fluoride in it. We should all know by now that fluoride is bad for your teeth. Research fluoride, okay? Really research it. Don't just Google it, but really research fluoride and the harmful effects that it has on your teeth, okay? What else? Hair products. Now, I've been doing hair 30 years, okay? And we had this lady, now this right here is crazy. We had this lady, she passed away. She had been getting relaxers and, things like that for a long time. And so, now she wasn't one of my clients or anything like that, but this was a story that came into the salon that somebody was telling. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but I just need you to think about it. It could be true. And if it is true, let's hypothetically say it's true, okay? So, they said when she died, I think she had like a brain tumor or something like that, and I think they had to cut her scalp, and they said when they lifted it up, it was about this much relaxer just sitting in there, where it went into, just seeped into her scalp, and it was just there. And so I thought about that, and I'm like, over the years, people putting these chemicals in their hair. And where is it going? It is definitely seeping in, you guys. Like, really think about it. And like I was telling one of my clients, she didn't drink water, and she kept wondering why her hair was brittle and breaking off. And I'm like, it's dehydrated. So she thought by her putting a lot of external stuff on her scalp that it would help her hair. And so, I am one of those praying beauticians, praying for people's hair when they don't do right. And so I was asking the Father, I said, what is it with her hair? Why won't it grow? Why is it brittle? Like, we're doing everything every week. We're doing conditioning treatments. We're doing this, we're doing that. Then the Father said to me, ask her, does she drink water? And he said, then you have your answer. And I said, well, Kathy, do you drink water? And she said, no. And I said, why? And she was like, well, because I don't like it. I don't like the taste. And I'm thinking, oh my God, we're doing everything that we know to do for her hair, and she wasn't drinking water. So her hair was dehydrated. And I'm like, Kathy, think about it. What you put inside your body is gonna affect your hair. It's growing from the inside out. So if you're not hydrating your body, of course your hair is dehydrated. So anyway, she started drinking water. Because she saw that, her hair wasn't gonna change. It wasn't gonna be any different no matter what she put on it, no matter what we did to it. That journey of her drinking water, it had to begin with her, okay? So back to the lady with the relaxer on her scalp after she passed away. Think about it, you guys. This stuff seeps into your scalp, your hair, your brain. Now, let me say this. I do remember we used to use color. I forget the name of the color in the salon, but we used this particular brand, and all of a sudden they recalled the color because it was giving cancer to so many women. So they recalled and they changed it. Now, I didn't know it until I was doing the color, and I'm like, oh my God, this is watery. What happened? Like, what happened to the color? Like, why did they change the formula? Well, they changed it because it was giving cancer to so many women. So I am not saying all this to scare you guys or to freak you guys out. I just want to wake you up. I want you to think about the things that you're doing. Now, I hear some people, because I'm out teaching and talking a lot about a lot of different things, and people will say, well, you're going to die from something. I think that's the most ignorant statement that a person can make, because you don't have to die from something, okay? First off, I believe in translation, okay? That's number one. Number two, even if a person did die, well, God promised us 120 years, so why would you not do what you need to do to get to the 120 years? At least live to see the promise fulfilled. But anyway, so I don't want to hear none of that, well, you're going to die from something anyway, because that's not the God that I know, that I love, that I serve. You don't have to die from something, okay? If he wants you and, want you to be in the spirit world where you could just, walk right into it, okay? Just like Jesus did, Enoch did it, Elijah did, all of them, Melchizedek, all of them, they just walked right into the spirit world, did not lay their physical bodies down. So that's like the biggest lie that have ever been told, that one day you gotta live, one day you gotta die. That's the first. Second thing is, even if you decided to give your body up, okay, you could just go to sleep. You don't have to die from an ailment or a disease. Like, oh my God. And then why would you even say that, to die some type of horrible death from a disease, and your body is like, why? Like, who would do that? Why would you want to do that? Anyway, again, this message was just to answer a question that came in, and I hope that answered the question. What was the question again? What was the question?
What's your take on the world we live in today?
All right. So, and then a part of that question was, what's my take on the world that we live in today, and something about the system and how it was created. And so, if you don't want to be controlled, be in control. First off, you got to wake up, and then be in control of your own life. Stop trusting these major corporations. Stop trusting the news. Stop trusting, the TV, which is tell lies to your vision. We already know that. The remote control, they are controlling you. Okay, we at least we should know all of that by now. But stop believing everything these people and these corporations and these high positions tell you. Do your own research. Trust the God within you. Okay? All right, I'm gonna end it here, you guys. Maybe you have been praying to go to higher relationship. Wait, what is it? Maybe you have been praying to go to a deeper, I don't know, what is it? Wait, let me get it right. Okay, maybe you have been praying to have a deeper relationship with God. Or maybe you have been praying to go to higher levels in God. There we go. Whatever the case may be, the universe, the Holy Spirit has led you to this channel. And for that, I am eternally grateful. So thank you guys for being here. Please go to the website at agodaslove.org and download. Here we go, y'all. The Mirror Work Challenge. Yay! This is so freaking awesome. I've had,
it works.
Thank you. I've had a lot of good reports from this book. It's not a lot to read, okay? So it's only for 7 days, you guys, to do the Mirror Work Challenge. To start, your journey of self-love and healing. Like, it's absolutely wonderful and amazing. So go ahead and get your copy of the Reflections of the Soul Mirror Work Challenge. Also, if you want to try the vegan challenge, go ahead and go ahead and get a copy of that book as well. It will bless your life. All right. Also, we have our shirts, The God in Me Salutes the God in You t-shirts. They come in all different colors. So go ahead and represent the God that you know, you love, you serve, and wear your God in Me Salutes the God in You t-shirts. All right. Somebody asked me about my hair. Now, I've locked my hair. It's been about maybe 3 months now. And look, y'all, it's growing. All right. So the sea moss is working. I have been in the kitchen making the sea moss. Can you get out the refrigerator for me, please? I've been making it, and we've perfected it, and people have been buying it like crazy, and it is absolutely amazing. Like, I love it. Like, my hair is doing really, really good. So thank you, everybody, for the compliments. I really do appreciate it. I just wanted to kind of show you guys what it looks like. I just made a couple of batches. This is the pear, and it smells freaking amazing. It's been in the refrigerator overnight. So this is for your hair. You can use it as conditioner, or you could just, or you could use it every day as just hair maintenance and treatment, okay? And this is the lavender. Like, I like this for at night, for like, see, I love lavender. Everybody don't love lavender, but I do. And I put this on at night and put it on my scalp, and oh my God, I sleep so good. Now, this is good for kids, okay? Now, when my children was little, I used to give them the lavender bath and all of that, and it would relax them. Honey, you put this on their scalp and you massage it in there, oh my God, in their head, their scalp is gonna feel so good. It's gonna relax them, and you can put it on your body as well, okay? So it's sea moss, a lot of natural oils. Everything is organic. Everything is 100% natural, even the essential oils that we use. All right, so go ahead and check out the Resurrection. It's called Resurrection because it is definitely resurrecting your hair. All right, you guys, I love you so very much. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be well, be blessed, be happy, be prosperous, be free, and namaste.